It sits quietly on your kitchen shelf, a golden liquid that people have sworn by for generations. Apple cider vinegar. Some call it a miracle, a natural cure for everything from weight loss to digestion to blood pressure. A few drops in water each morning, they say, can keep your heart strong and your pressure low. But is that really true? Or is it just another story that sounds good, passed from friend to friend until it becomes fact? The truth, as always, lies somewhere in between. Apple cider vinegar, or ACV, isn't magic, but it's not meaningless either. This humble liquid is made through fermentation apples turned into alcohol, then into acetic acid. Along the way, it gathers compounds like potassium, enzymes, and friendly bacteria, giving it that tangy taste and cloudy texture known as the mother. It's this mix of natural chemistry that has sparked both curiosity and confusion among scientists and everyday people alike. When it comes to blood pressure, the idea sounds simple. If ACV helps with weight, blood sugar, and cholesterol, surely it must help the heart too. And yes, in theory, it can. But real life and real biology are never that simple. Some studies show that acetic acid may improve insulin sensitivity and help blood vessels relax, while others find little to no effect. The results are mixed, and the difference often lies in how it's used, the amount, the timing, and what else you do in your life. That's why this video exists, not to promote vinegar as a miracle, and not to dismiss it as a myth, but to uncover the truth. We'll look at what's actually inside apple cider vinegar, how it might influence your circulation, what science really says, and how to use it safely if you choose to. Because when it comes to your heart, guessing is never enough. You deserve clarity, calm, and confidence in what truly works. So before you take another sip of that sour tonic, let's explore whether apple cider vinegar is really your heart's friend or just another health story that got a little too sweet. What's inside the bottle? The science of apple cider vinegar. Before we talk about what apple cider vinegar can do, let's understand what it is. This humble golden liquid begins its life as something simple: apples. When those apples are crushed and their natural sugars are allowed to ferment, yeast turns the sugars into alcohol. Then, bacteria called acetobacter take over, transforming the alcohol into acetic acid, the key ingredient that gives vinegar its sharp taste and its potential health benefits. Most of vinegar's biological effects come from this acetic acid, which makes up around 5% of the liquid. Acetic acid may sound harsh, but inside the body, it behaves more like a messenger, influencing metabolism, improving insulin response, and even helping the body absorb minerals more efficiently. This is where some of its potential link to blood pressure begins. But apple cider vinegar isn't just acetic acid. When it's unfiltered and unpasteurized, it also contains a cloudy substance known as the mother, a mix of friendly bacteria, enzymes, and small amounts of amino acids. These give raw ACV its murky look and may contribute to gut health by supporting beneficial microbes. A healthier gut, in turn, can support lower inflammation and better metabolic balance, both important for maintaining normal blood pressure. You'll also find trace minerals like potassium and magnesium in apple cider vinegar, though not in large amounts. These minerals play a small but steady role in heart rhythm and vessel relaxation. Still, the real power of ACV doesn't come from its nutrients, but from how its acidity interacts with your body's chemistry. When consumed in small, diluted doses, ACV may slow the absorption of sugar after meals, helping prevent blood sugar spikes. It also mildly suppresses appetite and supports a sense of fullness, both of which can help with weight control, another key factor in blood pressure management. So inside that humble bottle lies a complex blend of acid, enzymes, and microbes, a natural mixture that affects far more than taste. The science is subtle, not dramatic, but it's real. And as we'll see next, these simple chemical reactions inside the bottle could translate into meaningful changes inside your arteries if used with care. How it might affect blood pressure, the theory. When people say apple cider vinegar helps with blood pressure, they're usually talking about three main effects: how it influences blood sugar, vessel relaxation, and weight control. Together, these areas form the foundation of most theories about vinegar's potential benefits for the heart. Let's start with blood sugar, because your blood vessels feel everything your blood feels. After eating, A spike in glucose can trigger inflammation and oxidative stress inside your arteries, making them stiffer over time. Apple cider vinegar, thanks to its acetic acid, appears to slow down the breakdown of starches in your digestive system. This means sugar enters your bloodstream more gradually, preventing sudden peaks that strain your circulation. Keeping those levels stable helps protect the delicate lining of your arteries known as the endothelium, allowing them to stay more flexible. Then there's insulin sensitivity, another quiet but crucial player. When your cells respond better to insulin, your body maintains steadier energy, less fat storage, and more balanced blood flow. A few small studies suggest that vinegar taken before meals can improve insulin response, a result that may indirectly support lower blood pressure by reducing the metabolic stress on your vessels. The second theory centers on vessel relaxation. In animal studies, acetic acid seems to help increase the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that signals your arteries to open up and relax. When vessels widen, blood flows more easily, and pressure naturally falls. While this mechanism hasn't been fully proven in humans, it adds an interesting layer to how a simple sour liquid might interact with your circulation. Finally, there's the connection with weight control. Obesity and high blood pressure often walk hand in hand, and any tool that helps manage appetite can indirectly ease strain on the heart. Apple cider vinegar is mildly acidic and has been shown to increase feelings of fullness after meals, leading some people to eat fewer calories. Over weeks or months, even small changes in body weight can make a difference in blood pressure readings. So in theory, ACV acts on several fronts. It steadies your sugar, improves how your body handles energy, and may even whisper to your arteries to relax. But theory is not the same as proof. The real question remains, do these effects actually happen in real life, in real people, day after day? To find out, we need to leave the kitchen and step into the lab where science puts vinegar to the test. What science really says, research and reality check. Apple cider vinegar has gained almost mythical status online. Thousands of posts and testimonials claim it lowers blood pressure, melts fat, and purifies the body. But when science takes a closer look, the story becomes more nuanced, more human, and far less magical. Let's start with what the research actually shows. A handful of small studies, mostly from Japan and Europe, have looked at how vinegar affects blood pressure and related markers. In one Japanese study, participants who consumed a drink containing acetic acid daily for 12 weeks experienced modest reductions in systolic and diastolic pressure, about 4 to 6 points lower than the control group. Not dramatic, but noticeable. Researchers believe this happened partly because of better insulin control and improved sodium balance in the kidneys. Other studies show that regular vinegar intake can slightly improve cholesterol levels, raising HDL, the good cholesterol, and reducing triglycerides. This matters because lower triglycerides and better lipid balance relieve stress on arteries, allowing smoother circulation. However, most of these studies were small, short-term, and often used animals or people with specific metabolic conditions. The truth is, while vinegar shows potential, the evidence is still limited. There's not enough high-quality, long-term research to say with confidence that apple cider vinegar can significantly lower blood pressure in everyone. Some people may respond positively, others may notice little to no change. That said, what's consistent across studies is that ACV can support heart health indirectly by helping control blood sugar, improving digestion, and assisting modest weight loss. When combined with balanced eating, movement, and stress management, those small effects can quietly add up over time. But by itself, vinegar isn't a cure or a shortcut. It's also important to consider what the research doesn't show. There's no evidence that drinking large amounts brings faster or better results. In fact, overuse can backfire. Too much acidity can irritate your throat, erode tooth enamel, or upset your stomach. And for people with certain conditions, like low potassium or acid reflux, it can do more harm than good. So where does that leave us? Somewhere in the middle between myth and medicine. Apple cider vinegar isn't a miracle, but it's not a myth either. It's a small helper, a quiet ally when used with balance and understanding. Think of it as a supporting actor, not the star of the show. Science doesn't dismiss traditional wisdom, it refines it. And as more studies unfold, we may learn that this ancient tonic has more to offer than we thought. But for now, the best advice is simple. Use it wisely, respect its limits, and let it be one gentle piece of your larger heart healthy lifestyle. Safe ways to use it: dosage, timing, and cautions. If you decide to make apple cider vinegar a part of your daily routine, the secret is simple: moderation and mindfulness. The same compound that gives it potential benefits, acetic acid, can also cause harm if used carelessly. It's not about how strong it tastes, but how gently it supports your body. Most experts agree that the ideal amount is 1 to 2 tablespoons, 15-30 milliliters, per day, diluted in a large glass of water. You can take it once before a meal, or divide it into smaller doses throughout the day. Never drink it straight. Its acidity can damage tooth enamel, irritate the throat, and even burn the esophagus if taken undiluted. A straw can also help protect your teeth if you drink it regularly. Timing matters too. The best moment is before or during a meal, especially one rich in carbohydrates. At this time, acetic acid helps slow the digestion of starches, preventing sharp spikes in blood sugar that can strain your arteries. Avoid taking it on an empty stomach, as the acid may trigger nausea or discomfort. And if you plan to drink it in the evening, keep it light and well diluted to avoid reflux or sleep disturbance. For those who dislike the strong taste, you can mix apple cider vinegar into salad dressings, soups, or warm water with a touch of honey and cinnamon. The goal isn't to get it down quickly, but to integrate it naturally to make it part of your meal, not a punishment. However, not everyone should use it freely. If you have acid reflux, ulcers, low potassium, diabetes on insulin, or kidney problems, talk to your doctor first. Apple cider vinegar can interact with certain medications, including diuretics and blood pressure drugs, by affecting potassium and sugar levels. And more isn't better. Drinking large amounts won't make your blood pressure drop faster. It will only increase the risk of side effects. Remember, balance heals, excess harms. If you treat vinegar as a tonic, a gentle addition rather than a cure, it becomes a quiet ally to your heart. One spoonful, one meal, one mindful choice at a time. That's where the real benefit lives, not in the bottle, but in how you use it. Beyond vinegar habits that truly support blood pressure, apple cider vinegar can be a small helper, but your heart's true protection comes from something bigger: the quiet rhythm of your daily habits. What you do, how you breathe, what you eat, and how you rest all work together to shape your blood pressure far more than any single ingredient can. Start with movement, the most natural medicine of all. Even 20 to 30 minutes of gentle walking, swimming, or stretching each day can keep your arteries flexible and your circulation smooth. Exercise encourages the release of nitric oxide, the same relaxing molecule vinegar may boost, helping your vessels stay open and calm. Then, food. Your body doesn't need perfection, just consistency. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and omega-3 fats provides the minerals and antioxidants that protect your arteries from the inside. If you pair these habits with a light drizzle of vinegar on your salads, you're amplifying nature's design balance through simplicity. Stress is another hidden pressure. Chronic worry keeps your body on alert, your vessels tight, and your blood pressure elevated. Create small rituals of peace. Breathe deeply, listen to calming music, or simply enjoy your meals without distraction. The body lowers pressure when it feels safe. And finally, rest. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's repair time for your heart. Good sleep resets your hormones, balances blood sugar, and allows your vessels to heal from the day's strain. So while apple cider vinegar may add a gentle touch to your wellness routine, it's the symphony of your habits, movement, nourishment, calm, and rest that truly keeps your pressure steady. Health isn't found in a bottle. It's woven into your every breath, your every choice, your every day. At the end of the day, apple cider vinegar isn't a miracle, it's a reminder. A reminder that small, natural things can still matter when used with care. That healing doesn't always come from something new, but from something simple, understood, and practiced with patience. 1 tablespoon won't change your life overnight, but a gentle daily habit combined with movement, rest, and kindness toward your body absolutely can. Your heart doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for rhythm, for consistency, for calm. So the next time you pour that cloudy golden liquid into your glass, think of it not as a cure, but as a companion, a small symbol of your decision to live mindfully, to nurture yourself one sip at a time. If this video brought you clarity or calm, tell us in the comments, do you use apple cider vinegar already, or will you start today? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell for more calm, science-based stories from MediMint, where every quiet habit helps your heart beat lighter, longer, and stronger.